Hello and welcome to episode 4 of the Germany campaign. And where we left off, we'd made it to 1937 and we were, well, moving along quite nicely into 1938, hopefully by the end of this episode. Our economy is looking really quite amazing. The job that we've done building these steel factories and these rare factories and the like really is setting us on the path, hopefully, to be able to do a decent job. We also inherited Austria in the last episode, very much ahead of time, because normally that's a 1938 thing. So yeah, not bad at all. Now, no real sort of changes on any other fronts. Metal will do, and the motorized HQ, sure. We want to get oil refining, and I'm not going to take that HQ. We're just doing it for the bonuses that it gives to our units. Okay. And we are suffering a little bit on the production side of things, but, I mean, hopefully once we start getting some more of these steel mills out, I think Wuppertal has got, only one more level of steel mill left. And then it'll be set up. Now, we want to keep hold of the Sino-German cooperation for as long as possible. Because when we lose that 20% bonus, we'll probably go into the red again, which is a bit of a shame. And we might need to go explore the markets in order to get that sorted. Let's start with the welding. And, that's at 1939, but it won't be like that. And, some 38 techs that we don't want to be doing. Grab another couple of you, and then we can move on. And probably just need to turn it up a bit, And we're definitely going to max out our metal production soon, which is kind of nice. CAG pilot training, okay. And, dual purpose guns, we'll let that ride. Let's get forward air control. And wasting a little tiny bit of production. Hopefully the extra that we've put in will make Leipzig go to green. It will, perfect. And we'll start getting some planes out as well soon, which is good. A little bit ahead of when I expected to originally. Mainly because of the fact that we inherited Austria and all of their factories. Because they actually had a pretty fair amount. Vienna especially is contributing a whole 10 factories, which is very useful. And remember, there is a download link to the mod in the description. And remember to like and subscribe. I don't normally ask people to do that, but it's a new series, why not? Well, it won't be new by the time this gets done. I mean, I'm actually uploading or recording all these back to back today. So the 4 episodes, this is the last one that I'm doing today. Okay. I really like the new sound effects. Like, I don't know if anyone else likes this, but oh, I love the ding ding. The ding ding. Oh, it's so good. Good sound. Right, money for fuel, 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 money for fuel. And yes, it does look like Spain is going to be won by the nationalists. Just judging by how they've done so far. And Air Force HQ, sure. Take you off. Oh, yeah, another 38 there that we can take off as well. Let's get the superiority tactics. We do need to make sure we do all of the air techs. And I don't think we need a Flieger Corps HQ, to be completely honest. Right, we've lost Chromite. Now I wonder, can we do a new Chromite? Yes. This time let's buy it from Turkey. Money for rares. No thank you, United States. We appreciate it, but not for us. We just want to get that IC efficiency for production. Expand our expand our railroads. So, manufacturing plant. Yep. Research center. Sure. And expansion there. So yeah, 13 research labs up to 26. And yes, the ability to get a little bit more organization. Definitely going to want that. Now, hopefully, by virtue of the fact that we are a little bit more organized, yep, that should hopefully pull, yep, you up a little bit. The question is, do we switch over now? I think we can probably afford to switch over from this guy and think about maybe someone that does a little bit more ruling party support. Then again, you're not really the big one, it's you. Yeah, let's actually go for the crime fighter now. See if we can bring our espionage up a little bit. Expand our automotive factories, sure. Not too bad overall. Okay, and then in Saarbrücken we need to build another, yep, steel factory. And rares extraction in Dortmund. And another oil well in Vienna. And yeah, then we're producing beautifully. And in fact, we're going to send all of you down so that we can start the next run that have already had some work done. Okay, so heavy armor has just completed, which is a pretty useful tech. And yeah, we're keeping a 10% bonus above and beyond what we've got sort of on the outlier there. Land power, sure. And another steel refinery. Turning ourselves into a true industrial powerhouse. And Dresden, which is about to get itself another level of its rares production, which is good. We want to get battlefield interdiction. Money for fuel. And a few of those capital ship techs all getting done at the same time is no bad thing. And then we can go back around to some of these 38 techs. So, yeah, all of the production ones. Yeah, not bad overall. Oh, we've gone red, negative in rares, which is a bit of a weird one. Right, and China is starting to make a little bit of progress against the Japanese, just based on the fact that they've taken both of the urban provinces, which are normally quite difficult to do. Okay, so I think industry and the zone organization are both worth getting. Money for fuel is not worth getting. Capital ship damage control advance. We'll get agriculture. And yeah, no need for that. Pocket battleship, which I think is a 39, yes. And yep, installation security. Get building up on all of that. No for both of those. Money for fuel. Now we could... Yeah, we could think about switching it up, but I don't think we need to. Okay, and background to infantry techs. We should have a little bit of a head start on the small arms and things. Oh, thought the game was gonna... It still does that weird thing in August, which is a bit strange. Right, we've become a pretty large oil producer through Hanover, actually. We've only got a base 7 oil in the nation, but we're pumping out like 30, which isn't actually that bad. Could be worse. Okay, let's jump onto the infantry anti-tank. And we don't want to exchange IC. No, thank you. Okay, AP ammunition advance. Yep, we'll definitely do energy for money, thank you. Infantry guns as well as useful. Always looking good. And just the steel refinery in Bitburg that we need to upgrade. And in Leah, unless Leah is... Yep, you're onto your last one as well. So we're finally getting to the end of our steel production. Okay, infantry units, combined arms, sure. Let's grab infantry support weapons. And Goering's 4-year plan continues. So we want to do the armoured research design. Nationalise the private sector. 4-year plan coming or continues apace. So year 1. So we lose 10,000 supplies, some metal, some energy, and some rares, but we lose industry. Gain steel refineries where we don't want them. I think we've already, yeah, expand our heavy industry. Oh, there we go, that's done it. So, yeah, Lear's already got. No, we don't want to upgrade them to heavy armor. So the question is, can I cancel you? I think I can. And then, where else are we looking? So, down here. Yes, I think we're all fine. And then Leipzig. Yeah, Dresden, you've been built up. Yeah, so we're still hemorrhaging 15 a day, but it's not that bad. It could be a lot worse. Okay, and we've got our plane production queue looking pretty fabulous. The question is, what do we need more of? I mean, some twin engines wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Let's grab some of them. Okay, divisional command structure, sure. We'll let those all ride. And money for rares. We'll think about maybe doing that once we reach 30k again. And yep, small arms, perfect. Oh, I can see our descent heading on up a little bit. And yeah, how's Berlin looking? Yep, fine. Right, core command. Yep, let that ride as well. All of those are going to be allowed to let go. And maybe more ability to get even more planes. So, yeah, a double run of you. No. Yes, like that. And then a double run of that, like so. I think that's good. And then, yeah, let's get a double run of some extra transport planes. We're going to switch over to planes for the next year, I think. Okay, so another party conference. International settlements, 4,000 is fine. 2,500 supplies. We gain organization and popularity. And some industry. Okay. Okay, the real question is, can we keep that building up? That popularity figure. Need to do a little bit of realpolitik, so to speak. So truck and primer. And I also think we should try, let's get the motorized support units enhancement. Because you add speed. And let's see if Japan is breaking out. Yep. They're breaking out and they've landed at Shanghai, so they're doing okay. And speaking of doing okay, so is the nationalist cause. So it looks like our support is starting to tell. And the real question is, how much longer do we keep our state sort of infrastructure building program going? I think we should max out all of our metal mines. That just makes sense to me. Because, you know, the longer that we keep it going, the better. So another 38 level there. So we're up to date here. Let's grab, yes, the heavy artillery brigades enhancement. And we don't need to have a level 1 HQ. We can leave that well alone. More of our blueprints being stolen. Shame that we haven't been able to get anything off France. But we might well have overtaken them tech-wise, to be fair. Infiltration tactics, we'll let that ride because, again, that's just a straight bonus. And I find myself waiting for the Sudetenland event with bated breath. And yes, build you up. And, yep, another oil well in Vienna. Yep, starting to really see the bonuses stacking up over there. Dortmund offering 11.6 now out of its mine, which is nice. And also onto the last level of its steel mine, which is very good. So then it will just be down to U3. And I mean, we're getting 50 out of Saarbrücken, which is not bad. Right, fighter pilot training, 38 level. Grab artillery brigades. And we'll continue to lose rares. As long as we don't drop under 40, we'll be fine. Although our money has hit the target that we wanted it to hit, so there's that. And it's not long until we have over 100 spies, at which point we might cut our spy input. Okay, some 38s there. AFV, AA weapons, yep, sure. Oh, and some 38 techs here. So, AFV tanks, yep, we're going to easily get up to that. Right, gun engine, yep, twin engine. Let's get gasoline. Oh, brilliant. So both of these are going to upgrade us ASAP. So that's really nice. And some upgrade options. So, yeah, that's fine. 10% debuff. So the 13th Infantry Division. I'm just writing that down because I can't see a IC like negative on that one. So there should be an IC negative. And there's one there. So first light brigade. Yeah, can't see any IC negative on that one. And flak regiments, just a 3.3, so nothing really. Let's see what that does to our IC. Probably hamstrings us pretty sizably, but still keeps us green. Still keeps us green, even though we haven't got the money to afford our entire production budget. But, oh well, rares extraction in Berlin. Thank you very much. So, yeah, all up to the next level there. Saarbrücken. Yep, perfect. And we're really starting to turn those out now. So Saarbrücken will be done in January of 1938, so that's a really quick turnaround for upgrading that. Money for fuel, no. And armoured spearhead. Let's grab tank destroyer. And yeah, we don't want to do either of those. And we could do another trade with America. Shall we do... So how much... Yeah, we're making 60, so... should we do another 25 deal with them? Let's improve our relations via trade. Hopefully that'll... yeah, up to 45. So that's better than it was. Slowly but surely making them love us. Right, energy for money is always fun. And another oil rig level in Hanover that we need to set up. And that'll max out that as well, which is kind of cool. Right, steel refinery, yep, we don't need to do anything there. So Leipzig. Yep. Okay. So I think we just seen, yes, the Scharnhorst has just arrived. And we will let that roll because we're now getting a little bit of, yeah, bonuses from that. We've got the event for Gneisenau as well, so both of those ships have come in. Yeah, I can take you off. Right, armored car. And yes, we can get amphibious warfare equipment. How long until naval underway replenishment arrives? Right, so December, 1 month. So spotting advance. Let's get amphibious warfare equipment. And we can grab Monroe effect in a minute. And we're about to max out our metal. And first level of airbase blueprints has just come online, which is kind of nice. Yeah, it's just really these three that we're waiting on to really, they're lagging behind just a little bit, but not by much. Okay, so dual purpose guns, 39. There's the Monroe effect. And then, yeah, we can get the armor plate thickness and welded plate armor construction. CAG crew training. Not looking bad at all. Not looking bad in the slightest. Money for metal, sure. And yeah, they've split them up now, so it's just a matter of time, really. And I've noticed that Republican Spain always does well in the Sudetenland region in North Africa. At the moment, in every single game, they seem to do well there. We must fight the common enemy, communism. We will mediate. Always important to mediate. Okay, yet another plane out. Yet money for fuel. Yet more of those sorts of requests. Yet more. And no, no, no. And yeah, definitely building our air force up. Slowly but surely. Right, Dresden. December 1st. Okay, fine by me. So yeah, just 2 levels on that left, 1 level there. You've got a pretty sizable amount still to go, but your 12.9 is respectable. Another few levels in these regions, although, yeah, you need another one. And yeah, you're done. You're nearly there. Yeah, Leah, we were able to stop. And Berlin, we're still getting our numbers of rares improving over here. Armor design development increase. So that's now actually going to be finishing really quickly. got a full set of, I think that's probably 7 groups of free coastal submarines, which is good. And naval underway replenishment, perfect. So, with the addition of that, we're doing amphibious warfare equipment, so it's just basing that we need to grab. And we can get onto that pretty quickly in a moment. Armor plate thickness, sure. And then, yeah, twin engine. And then we can do some 38 plane techs. So fuel, 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 fuel. Yet another plane. That takes us to 19 in there. We are slowly but surely... Yep, 67. That's not too bad for this point. We will catch up quite quickly. Yeah, light bomber prototype. And I think I accidentally kept the CAG one running, but oh well. Might as well let it run now. It's the most difficult single engine unit that you can research. Right, capital ship light air, 39. Medium bombers as well, let's grab that.
I do not know how many captives have been made, but I do know one thing, and that is that in a very few days, those remaining in Poland in the army will capitulate, will lay down their weapons, and will also be taken captive.
Right, come on. Not a whole lot left to go. Yeah, we did need to build an oil rig in Vienna as well, just to keep that improving. 21.4 is pretty damn fine. Okay, Great War analysis. Yep, single engine fighters. Let's yeah, we really want to get ahead of time. Yep, decline all of those. Okay, 2nd of January for the next one of those. Not that far off now. Not that far at all. We've got a really beautifully well orchestrated industry at the moment. We're just building it up step by step. It's not perfect, but like, I'm pretty happy overall. We're only having to keep the trade going with America. And, you know, the 45 sort of setup with them isn't too bad. And they are still drifting ever more to the Axis. In fact, 4.7 is not bad at all, actually. So, and I think they're drifting more, yeah, as time goes by due to the threat that the Allies pose to them. So, it looks like our spy missions are having an impact, or the impact that we wanted them to. I'm going to take off the espionage and just go with counter-espionage against France now. And we're definitely building that threat up against the British. Hopefully the insane threat from the Soviets is pushing a lot of nations towards us. Yeah, I think the threat build against the UK and etc. is having the desired impact. Okay, yeah. So we're now doing all of the 38 techs for planes ahead of time. Good, good. Whilst keeping our naval techs on track, which is also very useful. Okay, we need to have a think about how we want to arrange our economy then for the next year. So Let's have a little look. So I think we're going to do short-term investment this year. Raise that Brandenburger unit. We could go for the economic spying this year, but I think the extra spies wouldn't be the worst thing. And then finally, should we do the Luftwaffe and build some new factories? Okay. So we can decide to extend the Siegfried line, and to be honest, let's just do it a little bit. So the outbreak of the second... Yeah, okay. I think we should continue it just for as long as we can. Let's keep our bonuses going. And we can immediately get the Treaty of Munich. So let's hit a quick save here. Looking pretty damn good on this front. So we've got the Sudetenland. We gained a little bit of manpower of that as well. And probably a little bit of production as well, which is good. And then I do want some assault gliders, so let's get a couple of groups of those guys. In fact, 2 groups. No, actually, we don't need 2 groups. Perfect. That's given our infrastructure a little bit to work on. And yeah, let's just get rid of the that negative descent. So AFE tracks and suspension up to 1940, which means we can get light tank. Perfecto. And I think machine gun focus, or do we want to... Yeah. Ammunition capacity. Can't beat a little bit extra ammo. Okay, so Hitler steps in, demanding action. We can tell Hitler to go fuck himself. We'll run the nation as we want to run it. Fucking Nazi. Okay, so... And it is just literally the rares that we're lacking in. We are a true powerhouse in every other sense, apart from rares. Yeah, and I think we're about to see a capitulation. It is the Battle of Barcelona and Carthage. They're hanging on by the scruff of the neck. Okay, armor plate thickness up to 1940, 38 level there. And energy for money, sure. We've got a massive surplus of energy. So gasoline engines, 41. Yeah, that tank proponent is really useful, actually. A lot more useful than I actually thought he was going to be. And there we go, that's our descent-based aspect gone. And Saarbrücken and Saar-Louise are the last two, so... Yeah, you and Bitburg. In fact, let's just max them out now. Just so we get an idea. So, you're all maxed out. You're the last level, I think, in Leipzig, if I remember correctly. Yes. You're maxed out. Let's max you out. And you, I think in Hanover, yep, you're already maxed. And then it's just Vienna. And Dresden, which I think might be done as well, yeah. So we've got an idea on how long things are gonna take. So the only one that's really long term, or the only two, are these two. But everything else will be done relatively soon. Literally within the next month. We don't need the smaller cannon, thank you. Planes coming on out. Very quickly. Okay, money for fuel. And I think we should get the aluminium, actually. So, let's have a little look. Japan or Italy? Let's do Italy, because they might need a little bit of extra money support. Because I reckon Japan overall has probably got a handle on things. Yeah, based on what they're doing over here, they look like they've got a real handle on it. Yep, so that's the steel refinery there and a rares refinery. So the Blomberg-Fichte affair, so 2 early related scandals resulting in the subjugation of German armed forces by Hitler. So marriage of Warminster von Blomberg when a policeman reported that his young bride... whatever. We will reform the party with some loyal Nazis. Now, does that mean any change to our... Yeah, von Braun... Yeah, I don't like you with your plus 5%. No, thank you. Go away. Then again, they might spawn some tank factories, I guess. Maybe. Oh, it's fine. If you spawn some tank factories, I'll let you stay. And I think that's the end of the infiltration tactics. Yep, perfect. Let's get twin-engine bomb bay. And yeah, we're still keeping that nice and running. Supplies, apparently, we're going to be lacking, which is a bit of a shame. Expand our medium. Okay, yeah. So, OPW, yeah, medium and lights. And yeah, let's just keep that going for a minute. Right, rolling artillery barrage. 1940. Aerial mines. And God, we're already on to getting supercharger, which is very nice. Want to create a massive air force if we can. And I think, yeah, the welded plate armor has just managed to get us back round to doing, yes, our infantry tanks and the like. So let's start with medium armor. Get that done as quick as possible. And yeah, the majority of our production queue is being worked. Right, small arms. 1940. Sure, that's very good. Heavy armor. Right, reorganize the Luftwaffe command structure. Again, why not? And yeah, the last of our mines for yeah, you needed upgrading. So infantry tanks. So supercharger we want to grab. We're looking, I think overall, this is a very... I quite like the changes in the update. I get the impression that it's a lot easier to rush tech now because of some of these changes, and I think that's kind of positive. Sometimes getting tech up was a little bit slow, so I'm glad that that's been changed a little bit to make it a little bit easier for you to upgrade your units effectively. I'm going to take a little bit out of intelligence, I think, because we've got a pretty decent spy stockpile now, so yeah, let's do something like this, another 4 points. Yeah, I think that's good. And then with those 4 points, we can get all of these subtechs. And money for rares. No thank you. And keep checking in on... Yep, it's now 5.16. So, question is, how are they looking when it comes to... Wow, 24% for the German-American Bund. And it's 2 years away from the election, so hopefully they can turn it around and, you know, bring it towards sort of more positive, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, I'll support the party mission against Czechoslovakia is still reaping very good results. Right, armoured car designs. Yeah, we can get the torpedo techs. Worth getting. Okay, divisional and brigade command structure. Nets us a little bit extra. And yeah, I think the last of our buildings for oil have come up in Hanover. So yeah, gonna be looking at nearly 25 oil out of that, which not bad. That's pretty good. Let's just sort out the last of these. Oh, forgot about casting. Now, any 38 level capital techs, yeah, like you. And torpedo protection, sure. Let's drop a save before the turn of the month. Well, in fact, we've got a little bit extra on both of these. And might as well get the scout focus. Okay, and we're back round to Blitzkrieg in the 1938 tech. So I think I'm going to call it an episode here. We're rapidly closing in now on the invasion of Poland, and to be honest, so far so good. We've got a lot of units that we need to like arrange, but we've got a pretty sizable and well broken down army now. It's just a case of how we want to like set things up, I think, into the next phase. But overall, I'm relatively happy with how things are looking. We've got a sizable industrial base that we still need to build up. We could argue that maybe we don't need these steel refineries because of the amount of steel that we're producing, and bearing in mind Sweden will eventually get an impact from them as well. But I still think it's worth it, just to make sure that we're not going to be dependent. And then finally, the only other thing is rares. We really need to crack that rares whip, because we're going to lose that 20% and then we're going to fall even more into the red. So we need to sort that out. Hopefully that'll be offset a little bit with us taking Czechoslovakia at some point. But yeah, I think in the meantime, I will wish you all a very good evening, and I look forward to seeing you in part 5 of the Germany campaign, where we will continue on and hopefully reach 1939. Thanks again. Bye-bye.